Hi everyone, my name's Aaron. I'm from a company called Push, and me and my colleagues have been asked to do a few short videos for you on a range of different topics. Today I'm going to be talking about decision making and how you make decisions in a way that's positive for you. Now, I know it's quite easy when we're making decisions to sort of be influenced by other people, influenced by our friends, our family, influenced by the sort of area we're from. All these different elements come into place when we're making our choices. People making choices are rarely rational. They're always influenced by sort of external factors, and it's important to acknowledge that that's the case. So my top tip when making decisions would be, first of all, make sure the decision you're making is because you want to. We've all been put into a situation where we feel like we've got to do something because a friend said to do it or a family member said to do it, but we know sort of deep inside we don't want to do that. Now that's the sort of situation we need to make sure we don't get ourselves in making a decision. So it could be a decision as simple as what you're going to buy from a shop, or as what you're going to do at the weekend. Or it might be a bigger decision. It might be if you're going to go to university, if you're going to do an apprenticeship, if you're going to go into a sort of training scheme for a job. It might be one of those decisions, but ultimately make sure that decision is for you. Ask yourself if that's really what you could see yourself doing, if you could see yourself in that situation. Just make sure you're not putting yourself in a situation that you find uncomfortable, that you don't want to be doing. I know that the area I grew up in was quite a sort of working class area, and the job that I wanted to go into, the sort of university route that I took and wanted to pursue a creative career afterwards, it's not something that a lot of people in the area did, and I think that stopped me having confidence in my choices for quite a while. And I wish I'd sort of found that confidence earlier and realised that the choices that I were making, they should have been for me at that point, but I don't think they were. I was too influenced by the people around me in the area I was from, and sort of feeling like I couldn't do the things that I wanted to, I couldn't pursue that. So the decisions that you are making, make sure you're sitting down, sort of making that pros and cons list in your own head and thinking, is this actually for me? Do the research, whatever the decision is, if it's sort of going into apprenticeship, going into university, whatever those decisions are, sit down and make sure you're looking into them, doing the right research. You need to make informed decisions before you actually make those decisions, so you know that when you get to that situation you've decided on, it's not uncomfortable for you, it's one that you actually want to be there doing, and that's the most important thing. You're the most important person when making decisions. If they affect other people, just consider how it affects them, but ultimately it's all down to how it affects you as well. What situation will you be in? Make sure you seek a situation that makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel happy, and that's the best way to make decisions.
Proactive choice making, how to make proactive choices. We're going to, first of all, what is a proactive choice? Basically, you've got two types of choices that we make in life. There's a proactive choice and a reactive choice. And your proactive choice is the choice you've taken action. You are affecting the choice, you're affecting life. Whereas a reactive choice, something very passive, you're just laying back, you're sitting back, you're letting life happen to you. You're sort of taking the easiest route with no thought for the consequences. Think about the future. We need to think about our thoughts, our hopes, our plans, our goals, our aims and objectives. And that's what I'm after, our aims and objectives. And with them in mind, we have something, a goal to aim for. And we can start making choices, we can start taking action, we can start being proactive. Because that's all what this a proactive choice is, it's about taking action. And we're gonna fail, obviously, occasionally, through these choices. That's life, yeah? We fail often, all the time. And we're not going to grow. We're not going to achieve anything. Because if we're too scared of failing, we're just going to sit back, we're going to let life happen to us. And it's just going to wash us all past. And we're going to wake up, in 50 years' time, old, sort of decrepit, and we're going to think, oh, crap, what's happened to my life? So we can't let fear stop us. But we can't also dwell on it. We think, okay, we've made a mistake. So that happens. But we don't go, oh, I'm going to do it again. I've made a mistake, what can I learn from it? That's a very powerful mindset there. What can I learn from it, rather than, oh, I don't want to do this again. What can I learn from it? And we think about that, and we apply that to our decision making. And we use it to sort of in like this organic process to make our decision making constantly get better, and we're taking more and more proactive choices, and we've learned from our past mistakes. We know what we're aiming for, and so in a very organic way our choice making gets better and better and better, and we're achieving more and more of our goals and objectives. And if we do that, then that's the key to a happy life right there. Proactive choice making, learning from our mistakes.
Students, I'm in the amazing grounds of Cambo Gardens in Fife, north of Edinburgh, across the Firth of Forth. And as you can hear, screaming kids, pleasant garden sounds. What more do you want in life? But I'm going to talk to you quickly about choices along with Aron and Guy. Now, in terms of choices, you get reactive choices and you get proactive choices. And what you're trying to do in life is make as many proactive choices as possible. I just took off my hat. I didn't even know I did that. We maybe get a third one called subconscious, instinctive choices. But it's about making sure we're more aware when it comes to those big ones like choices at 18, apprenticeships, university. I'm in Scotland. You guys can go wherever. There's 160 universities across the UK. There's 395 unis and plus higher education colleges in total in the UK. So you've got amazing places you can go. A lot are linked to employers with training. You can go to evening classes. You can go part-time, foundation. Think about the choice that works best for you. You will only be the best version of yourself around everyone else if you make proactive choices. Where you think about a job, not just being a job is there as part of a package. It's there to think about your well-being. If you're not rested, if you can't feel happy when you as a foundation in life before you then go into your job every day, because there might be stresses, well, definitely will be stresses, then you're not going to be the best version of yourself around other people, be able to adapt to solving problems, working under pressure. And that's what we need in this 21st century. We need to be adaptable people who think just as much about how we're preparing for work outside of our actual jobs, just as much as when we're in our jobs. So, nice little doggy. Where is he? There he is. Oh, you didn't see him. Fluffy white dog. But that was my choice to look over at that. But think about those proactive choices. And proactive just means you're more aware of them before you make them. You bring in other people, other teams such as family, partners, careers advisors. You bring in good informed research. But in terms of your choices, wherever life takes you today, my choice has taken me to Cambo Gardens in Fife. But think about the types of things that you want to do to the environment you're in. And not just the environment, but who's in the environment. Dogs, other people, members of the public, men in pink, salmony shirts. It's awesome. But think about who you want to be around and in what kinds of space and how it makes you feel and what the repercussions of your choices are going to be. But I hope that helps. Have an awesome summer.